It's time for Friday Flix, one of our favorite segments of the week. And here with your unbiased insider's look at this weekend's releases, 2,872 miles away, right on the Santa Monica beach. He's there outside on his porch right now. The host of America's longest-running movie talk show, The Film Freak Movie Interview, Mr. Leo Quinones. How are you, Leo?
Big, Ryan. Big things going on at the box office, buddy.
Well, we got Kingsmen. That's up first. What's that all about? Looks pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's a fun little film. It's basically Ferris Bueller meets James Bond 007.
What?
You take a cool kid, right, and then you give him some gadgets. And then you plot him with Colin Firth, Sir Michael Caine, and then a baddie, Samuel Jackson. The critics are liking it. Matthew Vaughn is a director. He directed X-Men First Class. So again, this is a solid little film for people who don't want to see 50 Shades of Grey.
Now, how do you think that this is going to do in the box office?
Fanboys are going to love it because it comes from a comic book. That's the origin. So again, if people are looking for a decent action film, a decent plot, great effects, Kingsman, The Secret Service, that's the one for you.
All right, now let's get to the good stuff, Leo. I know all the ladies watching have been waiting for this moment for a couple of years now. It is finally here, the release of 50 Shades of Grey.
I mean, it is finally here, and the expectations, well, let's talk about the expectations. The expectations for people who have read the trilogy are very high expectations. But you have to think about it this way, Ryan. For every person who's read E.L. James' trilogy of 50 Shades of Grey, there's 100,000 people who haven't. So, you know, I don't go into this with the baggage of the book and Christian and Anastasia and the way exactly they did all their things. So what you have now, critically mixed, 50-50. I think the people who haven't seen or haven't read the books are going to enjoy it more than the people who have read the books.
How about for casting? I know that there was a little dilemma over the casting of who would actually play Christian Grey.
Well, I go to my boss, my girlfriend. She's not into it. You know, she says Jamie Dornan, not the guy. Dakota Johnson, not the girl. And there's been all kinds of blogging, trolling, people upset because they have these characters, these fantasy characters, entrenched in their mind. You know, they have an idea of what Christian Grey should look like, and if it doesn't really match up, people are very, very vocal about it. And Jamie Dornan a little self-conscious about the whole controversy.
And it's interesting because, of course, it's being released on Valentine's Day weekend. It seems pretty appropriate. So I would think as a guy, if you want to win over your girl, you know, just take her to see 50 Shades of Grey. It might
well, you better be very careful. I mean, if you're a Valentine with, you know, I've been with my girlfriend for 20 years. So we'll go see it. As a matter of fact, on this particular film, and I'm going to come clean, I was not allowed to see it.
What?
My girlfriend said, "You're seeing that with me."
Oh.
And, you know, I see movies, advanced screenings every day of the year, which is not really cool because who wants to be around a bunch of movie critics? They're too stuffy. So I'm going to see it Valentine's Day with my girlfriend. She's read the trilogy. She's just hoping for the best. It was filmed on a $40 million budget. Experts are saying, I'm going to say about $70 million take on Valentine's Day weekend.
Now, of course, you're going to see it with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Do you think that this is something that will do well in the box office? I mean, obviously, the books have been wildly popular, but do you think it's going to be something that average Joes like me who didn't read the book, do you think those people are going to check it out?
Well, there's obviously a curiosity factor. If you have not read 50 Shades of Grey, you've heard about 50 Shades of Grey. And for the people who haven't read the books, it's basically a love story with some kinky sex added in. So again, people are going to check it out to the tune of about $70 to $80 million. So it will definitely be the #1 film. As for E.L. James, she says recently that people are clamoring for another 50 Shades book. She's considering doing another novel, a 4th novel, based on the point of view of Christian Grey. We'll have to wait how that seems. If the movie makes money, there's going to be a sequel. But again, will they recast it? That's the big question.
All right, Leo, I'm sure it's going to do big things in the box office this weekend. Thank you again for your time. And we want you guys to tweet Leo at Movie Interview. Obviously, he has a ton of knowledge on movies in general, and maybe he'll just chat with you about 50 Shades of Grey. Who knows? Leo, we have some wine over in the kitchen, so I got to go.
Nicely.